How are you guys doing this morning?
So we're going to talk about the shingles that you really need to be concerned about.
Incoming disclaimer.
Dr. Cherie Prentice and Carlos Wilson are paid consultants for CN Plus. CN Plus is the marketing agency engaged in GSK.
That's probably the best disclaimer I've ever heard. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, Carlos.
Now we're safe.
Yes.
So we're here to talk about shingles. Shingles is something that is very easily misunderstood. So we want to clear the air on that. So Dr. Cherie, could you please tell us, what is shingles?
Shingles is a painful blistering rash that can occur, and it can occur either on the right or the left side of the body or the face. When I say the face, I mean including around the ears and the eyes. And when I say a painful blistering rash, I mean just that. It is a painful blistering rash, okay? Now, shingles is caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox, and that's called varicella zoster virus. This chickenpox virus lays dormant in our bodies after we've been exposed to and or infected by the chickenpox virus. It lies dormant in our bodies, but it can be reactivated years later as shingles. Isn't that something?
That sounds terrible and sneaky.
Yeah, very sneaky. Very sneaky. Now, what's really interesting about shingles, let me tell you about some of the symptoms. So remember I said that it's a painful blistering rash. So usually what happens, there is like pain or itching in the area where the rash will appear. And then over the course of a few days, these painful blisters begin to develop in this stripe, again, where the nerve is impacted on the right or left side of the body or face. Now, it typically will erupt on your torso. Your torso is considered your chest and your back. It can hit your arms, it can hit your thighs, it can hit around your eyes or around your ears. Just imagine trying to go to work, get up in the morning, or even sleep with blisters around your eyes or around your ears or anywhere on your chest or back. And people, you know, there's a unique type of pain that can occur with this rash. And people will describe this pain as either burning, stabbing, or electric shocks. I don't know about y'all, but none of those sound good to me. Not even the itching part of it. And so it is very important that if you are in this room, that you remember these signs and symptoms of shingles. And get this, in addition to the rash, some of your other symptoms could include headache, fever, chills, and stomach pains. In other words, you feel awful. You feel absolutely awful. Isn't that something, Carla?
That is something. So it sounds super uncomfortable, as we know. Can it get worse? What are the complications of it?
It can get worse in the sense that there are several complications. So you may say, oh, wow, once this rash is gone, I'll be done with this demon. Yeah, I don't know about that either. Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay, so there is this complication that can occur in about 1 out of 10 people. And that complication is this. It is called post-herpetic neuralgia. And that is where you can experience severe pain in the area of the heel rash for months or even years after the rash has healed. And in addition to that, you can also experience visual problems if the rash occurred around your eyes, or you can also experience partial weakness or paralysis in the muscles that are affected by that nerve that was impacted. Isn't that something? You can have this terrible. You feeling so, and then the rash finally heals, and you like, oh, yes, Lord, thank you, Jesus. And then now all of a sudden you say, oh my God, still got this pain right here in the area where this rash has healed. Doctor, it's been there for months. When will it go away? And the only thing I can tell you is, it can be there for months or years. That's why we're here talking to you today about shingles, because that's something that we don't want not every person in this room to go through.
I know, I wouldn't, I mean, I'm not of age yet, but that's something I wouldn't want to go through.
You ain't have to say all that.
I got my grades coming in.
I'm sitting up here old enough to be this man's mama.
So you talked to us about the complications, the symptoms. Who's at risk for this?
99% of individuals that are 50 years of age or older, if you are 50 plus, 50 years of age or older, how many in here are 50 years of age and older? You don't mind telling me? Yes. Ooh, you in the right place today. Yes. 99% of us already have the dormant chickenpox virus in us, whether we remember having chickenpox or not. Here's the thing about that virus. You may say, I ain't never had chickenpox, doctor, I'm good. Well, if 99% of individuals 50 years of age or older have had it, and there are some of you, because I remember having chickenpox, there may be some of you that don't remember ever having a chickenpox. The virus is one of these things where your immune system, when you was exposed, was more than likely strong enough to fight off the symptoms, but it wasn't strong enough to prevent the virus from getting into your body. You just simply didn't develop the symptoms, but you're still carrying the virus around. Now, here's the thing. I know you guys are kind of spread out, but I mean, I want you to kind of like look across the aisle if you have to. I want you to turn to your right. We're all at home. I want you to tell the person on your right what your first name is and just say, hey. Oh, that's so sweet. Now look to the left, do the same thing. If you have somebody that's not on your left, kind of turn around and wave at that person. We family. I love my family. Now here's what's important about that. So there was somebody on your right and somebody on your left. 1 in 3 individuals will develop shingles in their lifetime. Boo. So who is it gonna be?
Look at everyone saying it's not me.
1 in 3 will develop shingles in their lifetime. And here's why. As we age, our immune system weakens. And so it is less effective at preventing the chickenpox virus from reactivating. This is why the risk of shingles increases as we age. Get it? So why does the risk of shingles increase? Because our age and our immune system, yes, that's the key. We can't avoid that, guys. We can't avoid it. There are things that you won't hear about, things that you could do to increase your immune system and protect it. Yes, do all of that. But just as the natural process of aging, your immune system will weaken. And now you will not be as strong, that immune system will not be as strong to prevent the shingle virus or the chickenpox virus from reactivating and becoming.
Extremely interesting.
Yeah.
And scary.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of information, right?
Yes.
How can we summarize this for everyone to make sure that they can really bring this home and take all the information with them?
You ask a lot of me, young man.
Just the notes.
Okay. All right. So here, shingles is a painful blistering rash that can appear on the right or the left side of the body or face. It is painful. That pain can be burning, stabbing, electric shock. The rash can appear on your torso, meaning your chest, your back, your arms, your thighs. When I say your face, it can appear around your ears and around your eyes. Once that rash has healed, you could still be left with something called post-herpetic neuralgia, which is severe pain in the area of the healed rash that can last for months or years. You can even be left with partial weakness or paralysis of the muscles that were affected when the rash appeared. So, and if you are 50 years of age or older, 99% of us already have the chickenpox virus lying dormant within us. Don't take the chance that you are in that 1%. Let's just assume that you're 50 plus or older, you are in that 99% because as we age, our immune system weakens. Therefore, our risk for getting shingles increases with each and every day the Lord allows us to see on this earth. So if you are 50 years of age or older, you've got to, do you hear me? If you are under the age of 50, do your mama, your daddy, your granddaddy, your great grandmama, your great aunt, your great uncle, whoever it is, do them a favor and tell them, go out to whatisshingles.com. I want you to tell them there was this gorgeous, drop dead, gorgeous doctor that talked to us today. Shoot, I ain't know she was 55. I thought she was 30. So you go back and you tell them that. She told us a whole lot about shingles. I don't remember it all, but if you go to whatisshingles.com, you can find out all of this stuff she told me, and you can find out the right questions to talk and ask your doctor and or your pharmacist about how you can prevent shingles. Right?
If these were our mics, I would tell you to drop it, but we have to pay for them.
Yeah. I don't have to pay for nothing, y'all. I'm broke. Don't let that doctor fool you. We got bills too.
Perfect summary. Just so everyone knows, we travel across the nation having this conversation, educating people on shingles. And we have come across some common questions. So I want to just go over ask you some of these questions, Dr. Shree, that we have that keep coming up on a lot of these different summits that we do. So first, is race a factor when it comes to shingles?
Race is only a factor in the sense of why we are here today. Blacks and Hispanics need to be educated and have greater awareness about certain diseases that impact us all. So if you are Black, Hispanic, Indian, Native, or India, Jewish, Polish, whatever it is, everybody is at risk for shingles. Are you at a greater risk? No. You are just simply at a risk. The only ones that are at a greater risk are the individuals that weren't in the auditorium today and don't know about it. All right. That's why you're going to go back and you're going to let them know. So everybody is at risk for developing shingles.
Thank you. This next question is a really important one. It's probably on everybody's mind. Is shingles contagious?
Yes and no. So a person with shingles can get around another person and they're not going to give that other person shingles. So if you have shingles, you can't give somebody shingles. However, if you have shingles and you have active lesions and you're around someone who has never been exposed to the chickenpox virus or never had the chickenpox vaccine, you can cause that individual to be exposed to the chickenpox virus. And so now they can develop chickenpox. Once they develop chickenpox, again, the varicella zoster virus will lie dormant in their bodies, and now they are at an increased risk of developing shingles as they age, all right? Which is why when an individual has active lesions, if you are older and you have a new grandbaby, we tell you don't be around a grandbaby. You have to get away from them. If you're working and you're around other individuals, you don't know what their exposure has been like, then you will need to stay home. That means you got to take your PTO, you got to take sick leave. That's why this disease can impact you, not just from a social standpoint, but from an economic standpoint and from a caregiver standpoint. So yes, if you have shingles and then you have active lesions, meaning those pustules are still out there and they're oozing, you can expose an individual who have not been exposed to the chickenpox virus. You can expose them, and now that individual can develop chickenpox. Once the rash heals and you don't have any active lesions, you don't have to worry about your exposure to other individuals.
That is pretty complex, but I'm hoping everybody got it. Let me know if you guys got it. You guys get that? See, they're back. See, I like this. The energy is there. We got to meditate before everything.
Get their mind right.
Okay, so let's say my grandfather has shingles. He got it once. Can he get it again?
Yeah. It's not common, but you can. Because this is a virus that lies dormant in your body. So it reactivates and it goes back dormant again. Yeah.
And lastly, please go over the location of it. Where does the shingles rash go on the body?
Okay. So shingles, left, right or left, side of the body, or the face, hits the torso, chest, and back. It can hit the arms, it can hit the thighs, and on the face, it can hit around the ears, the eyes. It can also be on your face too. Don't think that it's just the ears and eyes. I just pointed that out because those are vital organs. So, yeah. The shingles is nasty. It is absolutely nasty. And that's why it's so crucial. 50 years of age, older, you must talk to your doctor and or your pharmacist. If you're already going and getting your scripts filled for whatever you're getting medication for, just ask them and say, you know what, tell me about shingles. Boom, your pharmacist will know exactly what you need. Same thing with your doctors.
Go talk to your doctors about shingles. It's not something that you want to experience.
No. And go to whatishingles.com for more information and or to just review what I told you already. All the information that I have shared with you and more is at whatishingles.com. Does anybody in here want shingles? Is everybody in here now going to talk to their doctor or their pharmacist about shingles? Is everybody in here under 50 going to go back and tell your nana, your great mama, your big mama, your whatever mama? Not that mother. We ain't talking about that mother. Mama's, yeah, but you know, mother can have a different connotation. So you're going to go back and you're going to tell them about shingles. Listen, guys, this is truly, truly important. We have enough that bombards us, that impacts our lives, that happen to us. Sorry, there is a certain level of stigma that makes our journey as Black people and as Hispanic people harder. We need to take advantage of everything that will allow our load to be lighter and for us to be proactive about our health. This is an opportunity for us not to be reactive and suffer, but an opportunity for us to be proactive and live. That's what we want you to do. Can you make a promise to do that? Let's be
Please.
proactive and live.
Please
Thank
give a
you.
hand to Dr. Sheree.
Huh?
Oh, please give a hand to Dr. Sheree for that one. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. God
Thank
bless you. If you guys have any further questions, please see us at the GSK table. You can come out and talk to us, ask me personal questions. I will do my best to answer them. But thank you so much for your time and attention this morning. We love you.
Thank you, everyone.